Welcome back, TSD. Just kidding. I have some good news and some bad news for you guys. And I'm like a bad news first kind of gal, so we'll start with that. The bad news is that there's not going to be a video next week. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you can follow me if you're not. It's at The Suitcase Designer. You'll know that we're in the midst of packing for our international move right now, and things are kind of chaotic. And next week on Sunday is actually the day that we will be leaving for an unknown period of time to travel internationally. So rather than like be stressed, I just want to like be calm and try and keep it together for this move because it is stressful enough taking your cat overseas. The two pieces of good news though is that today we are going to conclude the Miami Declutter. You can either watch it all today or you can save half of it for next week and then watch it on Sunday as if nothing ever happened. Second piece of good news, we're in the midst of a move and it's looking really bare around here. And while I won't be filming it on this channel, I do have a second channel starting soon. I will be sharing the move with you guys on the second channel. You can subscribe now. It's a Suitcase Designer Vlogs. It's linked below or it's linked on the channel tab now or in the description box. So many ways to find it. I will miss you guys next week, but just know we are taking off over the ocean. Enjoy the end of the Miami Declutter and thank you for following along. In 2017, Hurricane Irma ripped through Miami and flooded the apartment in our series. My subscriber who lives here was forced to evacuate in a hurry and moved what remained in their apartment to any water-free space they could find. In the aftermath of the Category 4 hurricane, they faced years of renovations and construction to repair all of the water damage. Just about the time they finished the construction, the pandemic hit and both her and her husband had to set up home offices. Eventually, they were so tired and overwhelmed of living in chaos that they contacted me for help. So TSD flew down to Florida and we have exactly 5 days to undo 5 years of disorganization. The Miami Declutter series starts now. Today's the day we are finally getting our hands on this living room. We are going to declutter it, rearrange it, and even create space for a dining room. So I hope you are ready to wrap up this series because we have so much to do. Living room, I think it's gotten a little worse since I got here. It was much worse last night and then they cleaned it up and it looks so much better. So this morning she's been going through different bags, stuff that we pulled out of the closet yesterday that we need to go through and probably take downstairs. This we pulled out of the closet. Figure out what to do with this. They're gonna set this up. And then down here we have so many goodies, but it actually is more organized than it looks like. And so this is for the hazardous waste pile. This is the Terra box that she's gonna open. She talked to us about it in the small bathroom makeover where you can recycle beauty products. These are old towels that she's going to take to the vet. We have clothes that they're giving to family members. They're gonna come through and sort. This is for the Adidas program for recycling old textiles, which is also an amazing resource.
Paw. Other paw. High five.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, good kitty.
Andrew.
If you remember from the first part of this episode, we were working on taking things down that were kind of piling up in the entryway and putting those in the storage unit downstairs. So we were able to grab all of these things that we have been collecting in the closet declutters and hopefully find a space for those downstairs now in the storage. And now we're going to kick off the second part of this episode by taking away all of these things that have been piling up behind the TV. I know they all have a purpose, but I think just freeing up the space is going to help us start with a little mental victory. And it's also going to help us switch the layout very quickly, which is my main priority today. I just heard that our friends might be able to come help us today.
They said yes.
They said yes? Okay, they said yes. So we have help. After we get the furniture moved and open up the layout, it's gonna feel good and we can actually finish working without so much stress. The friends are here and thank God they are because this is gonna take a lot of muscle. The mirror definitely caused a division among us. We had Team Mirror and Team No Way. I was on Team No Way, but she really wanted to try it back in the corner because it was an expensive piece and she just wasn't ready to relocate it at the time. So we'll come back to this mirror later. In the meantime, we Team No Mirror. We're gonna try and switch this while they're doing their thing. We'll see what they think, but I kind of like it.
Okay, how do you
We'll
like
see
it?
if they notice it.
I know what's happening. It's fine. I accept it.
I mean, it's like
We're just experimenting with an idea.
yeah, we're just having fun. I know, it's like great for photos. Okay, so that was a lot that just happened. Her friends stopped over and thank God they were here because that was a lot of heavy lifting. We finally switched the layout of the room and it feels so much better to just see outside. I don't think I've been able to see all of the trees the whole time I've been here. And not only that, but because we were able to switch the layout of the living room, now there's space for a dining room table. And it was only because we were able to put all of his shoes in his bedroom that we were able to even move the sofa, like to free it all up, if that makes sense. Like it's just been a puzzle. With these big projects, it really is just, you have to do the entire house in order to make it all work. My goal right now is to finish the living room. Jim, you have your good spot now? Has he always been there? Or does he always go there?
He likes to look out the window.
Aw.
But before, he didn't have like a little nook like this.
We still have a mess. This cabinet, already explained that. And then in here, so, but this is a beauty. What we're gonna try and do is move everything in here because projects have just gotten shuffled with, you know, the space shuffle, small space shuffle. So we're gonna move everything in here so we know exactly what we have to finish by tomorrow. Okay, so because we were able to move the living room down to where the living room should be, this is space now for a dining room table, which is why they have the extra coffee tables in the living area, is because they don't have anywhere to actually sit down and eat or hang out with their friends when they come over to eat. So this we're going to just leave empty at the end of this series so that they can finally buy a dining room table and have it fit here. Okay. Some of the stuff goes downstairs to the storage unit, and I think I'm gonna start just trying to organize it into those piles. Today is definitely one of the harder days as we're on day number 4. So we're going to do a power hour and try to clean up all of this within an hour, at least by the end of the night.
Put there. So yeah.
Okay, so this is her TerraCycle box. It was $200, so it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but you're able to repurpose all of your waste. So if you have a massive declutter going on, this is a really great option for you. They organize into organics, plastics, and metals. They repurpose them into different furnitures, gardening equipment, etc. This is pretty cool. It comes in this nice box, and then at the bottom there is a bag. So I haven't done this before. We're gonna watch her do it, and a good resource for you guys. This is all the stuff that we have been collecting around the apartment. Is this also TerraCycle?
Yeah.
You just put it all in there?
Yeah. What I'm trying to do is prioritize these annoying things. These are all the toiletries.
Look at all that. Yeah, this is all stuff that you're eliminating from the trash. I mean, how many times do we put like mascara in the trash can? Okay. All right, after you.
These types of little plastics you can't put in the recycling. We can't recycle. Yeah. Well, you can't. This you can't recycle.
Are those all from Glossier?
Yeah. Until they finally came out with the option to not include it.
Oh, the Motorola. Motorola's going in there.
Hair accessories. Okay, well, there's some last minute things I can put in here. So.
We're at a point where we are really over all of this, and if you weren't working with someone else, you would absolutely quit because it just seems endless. It seems more overwhelming than it actually is. I mean, it still is like overwhelming, but we're gonna get it done. We have like 35 minutes left or so. We're gonna try to at least get all this stuff downstairs. Okay. Okay, we have 2 carts loaded. We're gonna be very quiet in the hallway. Okay, got it? Maybe? There we go. Really?
It's like a really big like cup.
We are once again doing the shuffle. So we could finish it tonight. I'm not sure. We might be able to. Put this back upstairs. We have like this stuff for Best Buy in here. This is the last of it, right? We have about 10 minutes to make it all work. We decided that since this isn't like the hyper organization that we're trying to get to, that it was best to just kind of create like a big box of paint where she can go through and thin down later, but at least categorizing it now is going to help her so much.
You can't get lucky.
Miscellaneous sink stuff now. This is empty now, so it's just this we have to make space for. We're gonna add party stuff to this box. We did it. Timer just went off. And all of this stuff is going to go. It's just going to take a little while for them to get out of their house. But that concludes day 4. Tomorrow is the last day, day 5. Oh, it's still a lot to get done tomorrow, but I think we can do it in 4 hours. Beef pras. Oh, moving brain. This is not a sponsored segment. This is just a moment to give some love to my friend Carla from the Carla Project. We are both mid-sized, smaller creators, and it can be hard to like get your channel out there sometimes. So we wanted to share the love with each other. Carla and I met a few months ago and we just became fast friends. Like, we have very similar content. She's filming a lot of declutters and minimalist content. She is such like a good spirit on the internet. And while like a lot of people can be kind of crazy or like really excessive in their emotions, kind of like me sometimes, Carla is just like calm and sound. She's just this like wise woman in YouTube. So after this video or right now, go subscribe to Carla's channel. You're gonna love all of her videos. She has some that are just like really blowing up right now too. So you gotta go check her out before she just blows up. Go subscribe to her channel and leave her a comment so that you'll know you came from my channel. Okay, now back to our Miami declutter. I gotta show you the final results because it just looks so different. This is our last day of the Miami declutter series. We only have a few hours this morning because it is an actual work day for them. So we're gonna try and wrap up by the afternoon, which gives us not very long, 9:30. It gives us about 3.5 hours to pull all of this together. We definitely still have a mess in the new dining room zone, and she said it in a way that was perfect. She said that whenever she takes something out, what do you call it? Like whenever it touches something else, it multiplies into like 20. That's kind of how it feels this morning, but.
Another thing that I find really impressive is like how you can talk into the camera after your brain is melted into.
Well, what I've learned is just say less. This is stuff that we're not gonna get to because she needs to go through her office and make space. So the best solution is just to kind of put it all into the same container right now for her to do later. But this is so much more manageable than what it was. And we didn't even know you had all these office supplies before the declutter, so. Okay. I'll collapse it while you do that. Empty box. Your bedroom, right? Yes. Okay. I think every declutter series has to have a pet. That's the rule. Okay, this is the box for Best Buy. Okay, we're clearing it out. So you want to go ahead and keep all of these? Okay, these are all extras. We did overbuy, which I don't like to do, but with this series, we knew it was going to be on a time crunch. So she said, let's just buy them and I can return them later if we don't use them. But I think you might also go through your bathroom. The other bathroom we didn't film later, so these will come in handy there.
I think they're going to get used.
Yeah, I saw that drawer. I saw it. I think these will be perfect for that. She has gotten this kind of packaged up. We put everything to the side, but we still need to take these things downstairs. So I think that would help us if we get these out right now and wrap up. And then we're gonna come back and figure out new placement for these guys. Okay, so plant, paint, and what did you say, wedding? Wedding and lighting. A couple things about the storage unit. One, when you're organizing storage units, they are not always going to look like they do on the Netflix shows. It's just not realistic for everybody. My storage units always look a little chaotic because they're a place where we store all of the things that we don't want in our apartment, all those ugly things or things that we don't need all the time. If it's not perfect, don't be too hard on yourself. It's normal. What I told her this entire declutter is that within these 5 days that we're working here, we're not going to be able to get everything fine-tuned. It's going to take multiple passes. I think it takes about 3 to 4 passes. They're gonna do another pass later. She has some friends that have offered to help her. She has a lot of Christmas stuff that she wants to go through later, but this is a big project in itself and it asks for a lot emotionally. So I think taking a little bit of a break from it and then coming back later, but now being able to approach this space where it's not as overwhelming and she has a clearer direction, she already knows what's in here, that's going to help her. So as I show you this, just know it's not supposed to be like it is on the Home Edit or any of those shows. It's supposed to be categorized and thinned down for them so that it's manageable. There's chaos, but like we understand what's in here. Like the Christmas section, we have some computer stuff that they're going to build. This is the home department here for, you know, all of their renovations, stuff for hurricanes. Like, there is a method to everything. It's organized by shelf. So you can actually walk in here, which is so nice. Like this will go, this is all, you guys know this. Just some extra stuff, some extra decor. Yeah, those will all go. It's hard to show you in here. Okay, so you guys see how there are open shoes here and a lot of stuff here. What we're gonna do whenever she gets back is move all of these loose items that can be perceived as clutter whenever you're sitting on the sofa, like where you guys are now. We're just gonna move both of these things to the same side and then have this clean line here. She does wanna get some type of entryway where she can store shoes and stuff, but that's gonna come later. She wanted to buy it before the declutter and I just told her no, let's wait till after we finish this and then we can see what size dining table she wants and get the perfect piece for this area. So that's something that she'll do after I leave, just so you guys can like visualize it. But for now, we're going to do the best with what we have and just rotate this over here. Yeah, I think this will be better. Like take this, put it over here. Like you'll see it when you come in the door, but you don't have to always look at it, you know, when you're over there. Okay, that might be good there. Oh yeah.
We switch them.
What do you think? I mean, it's just temporary, right? You're gonna get the other piece, and then we'll just put the mirror
Just right next
there
to
for
it.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, just temporary, but yeah, good. So what ended up happening with the mirror is that night she was able to sit with it and she was able to make the decision on her own that she didn't need to have it in the corner and she was okay with moving it, which I think was really great because she came to that conclusion in her own time and now she wants to try it over here for the time being until they can get it downstairs. But I think it just goes to show that you have to let people come to these things in their own time. Remember whenever you walked in the door and there was a giant TV here and the sofa was probably like here or here, like where the mirror is. There was a very narrow walkway from here and it usually had a lot of boxes. So because we were able to move the TV over here, the sofa just goes where it's meant to be, in the living area. Now they have all of this empty space to get a dining room table and chairs set up. That concludes our Miami declutter, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for another series that I know you're gonna love. Bye.